Hello friends, welcome back to the Python programming session. In today's session, let's see another new widget in Tkinter. It is the Treeview widget in Tkinter. So friends, what is the Treeview widget? It is used to display the data hierarchically or in a tabular format. So if we want to display the data in child or parent relationship, that is hierarchically, we can display it with the help of the Treeview widget, or if we want to display it in the tabular format, we can even do that. The Treeview widget is present in the TTK module of Tkinter. So we have to import the TTK module in order to use the Treeview widget. In the Treeview widget, there is one extra column created while creating a Treeview widget. So whenever we are creating a Treeview widget, by default a column will be present. This column is called as the ghost column. This is just for our reference. The remaining columns contain the actual data. So the remaining column contains values of each row. The first row is nothing but the row of headings, and from the second row will be the actual data. And the syntax for the Treeview widget is ttk.treeview. Where it is placed, it's placed in the main window. So container is nothing but the place where the Treeview is present, and it has got many options underneath it. Some of the important options are columns, show, select, mode. Columns means, since it's a tabular format, we have the column ID. For each column we have an ID, so it is given by the columns. And then we have show and select mode. Let's look into it in detail. Show has got four options. We can use tree or heading or tree headings or null, nothing, just codes if we can use. So if we use the tree option for the show, it shows only the ghost column, that is the #0 column. If we use heading, it shows the heading row without the ghost column. If we use tree heading, that is tree and heading, it shows both the ghost column and the heading row. If we use just the quotes, does not show the ghost column or the header row. So these are the four options. If we do not want to show the ghost column, we can use as heading. So it shows only the heading row. Then we have something called the select mode. It has got three options, that is browse, extended and none. For browse, the user can select only one row at a time, that is one item at a time. For extended, user can select multiple items at once. If it is none, it does not show any markings on the tree view. So friends, these are the options. Columns means we can give the column names. Show, it has got four options. Tree headings and none. Select mode, it has got three options. Browse, extended or none. For creating a tree view widget, we have to remember three important points. One is the column should be present, the heading should be present, and we have to insert the data with the help of the insert method. So let me run this. I had written this code earlier. Let me run it now. So employee ID, employee first name, employee last name are nothing but the headings. So we have to give the headings for the Treeview widget. And one employee first one, employee last one are nothing but the actual data. So from 1 to 99, it comprises of the data. So all these are the data within our tree view, and this is the scroll bar which I am using to scroll the data below. So 1 to 99 is the actual data. Employee ID, first name, employee last name is the header. So we have to use three things, that is columns, headings and insert method to insert the data. The column method in Treeview has got some attributes. We can change the value of the anchor or column ID, minimum width, stretch or width. Let's look into it in detail in our subsequent sessions. Then in the heading we have anchor, ID and the text. And in the insert method we are having parent, index, IID. By default IID will be none, and if we don't specify any IID, Python interpreter will consider its own IID number. So parent means if we are inserting a child row to the parent row, then for this particular child we have to insert the IID of the parent, that is this ID of the parent. If we are inserting the parent row, then we can keep it as blank. Index is in which position we want to insert the item, whether it's in the beginning or the end, or we can specify any other number like 1, 2, 3. IID. We can give our own IID for each of the record which we insert. If we don't supply any IID for the item which we are going to insert, then it will be automatically generated by Python interpreter. So these are the different things which we have to remember while creating a tree view. Now let's look into one of the example and see how we can create a tree view. So we have to import the TTK module. So I have from Tkinter, I have imported TTK module. I have created my main window. Then I have to define my columns. Columns is equal to, in the tuple format, let me give emp underscore id, that is the employee id, emp underscore fname, that is first name, employee first name, emp underscore lname, that is employee last name. So these are my three columns which I want in my tree view. So I've defined the columns. Now I have to create a tree view. How do I create a tree view? Some identifier I can take. I'm taking it as tree equal to ttk dot tree view. V is in small. This I'm placing it in my root window. So root is my main window. I'm placing it in the root. Columns, I'm giving it as this particular tuple columns. CO, or I'll make it as calls. So for columns I'll give it as calls. So it will take employee ID, employee first name, employee last name as the columns. Then I have to give something called show. Here I am giving it as headings. So only the header row will be shown. The ghost column will not be shown. Only the heading column will be shown. Then I'm having something called select mode. I'll select it as browse. Browse mode. So we can select only one item at a time. Now I have to define my headings. So in define headings, let us define the headings. So tree dot heading. I have to specify the column ID, that is employee ID. So emp underscore id. And what is the header name which I have to give for this particular column? I want it as capitals employee ID. So in my header it will be displayed as employee ID for employee ID column. Similarly, we should create another two headings, one for employee first name and the other one for employee last name. So employee F name, this becomes employee, I'm giving it as first name. Then I'm having employee last name, L name, that is a column name, and the header name for this is employee last name. So this is my headings. Now I have to generate some sample data. For this, let me say contacts equal to an empty list initially. Then let me say for n in range 1 comma 100 colon contacts dot append. So I'm appending the details into my contacts list. So what all details I want to append? Since append takes only one object, one parameter, we have to include it within a tuple. The first one is n. The second one is f hyphen f string I'm using emp underscore first. Then I'm giving it as in curly braces I'm giving it as n. And the second one is f string emp underscore last name in curly braces I'm specifying it as n. So this is the value which I'm giving value which I'm appending into my contacts list. The first one is n, that is initially it will be 1. For the second record it will be 2. For the third it will be 3. And employee 1, employee L name 1. So these details are appended into our list. Now let us add this particular data into the tree view. How do we add the data into the tree view? With the help of the insert function. For value in contacts colon tree dot insert. This is the method which I am using to insert the data into the tree view. So first it's a parent record, so I'm not giving any ID, so it will be blank. The second one is the index. I want to insert it at the end, so let me give it as end. And values is equal to value. So each record will be inserted into the tree view. Now let me place my tree view onto the grid, onto the main window. Let me place it with the help of the grid method. So I'm giving row equal to 0, column equal to also 0. Then I'm having my scroll bar. This functionality we have seen earlier. So let me not explain it once again. So this is how we are creating the tree view. So firstly, we are importing TTK module. Then I'm defining my columns. Then the tree view I'm creating. I'm saying columns is equal to calls, which I have defined earlier. Then I'm defining my tree view heading with the help of tree dot heading, that is tree view dot heading. And I'm giving my header names, that is employee ID, employee first name, employee last name. Then I'm generating my sample data. So it will have around 100 records, that is 1 to 99. So it will have one employee first one, employee last one. So for the second record it will have 2 employee first 2, employee last 2. Let me give it as last 2. Then these data whatever we have generated, that I'm inserting into my tree view with the help of the insert functionality. Let's look into it in detail in the subsequent sessions also. If I give blank, that means to say it is a parent record and not a child record. End means it will be inserted at the end of the previous record. Whatever is inserted first, at the end of that, this record will get inserted. Values is nothing but the value, each of the record which we take from the contacts list. Then I'm having my scroll bar. Then I'm having root dot main loop. So now let me run this particular code. Sorry, it's ttk small t. Now let me run this particular code. Unknown option employee ID. Tree dot heading employee ID. emp underscore ID. Then I'm giving it as employee ID. Preview root columns equal to call, show equal to heading, select mode equal to browse. Let me run it once again. Option employee ID, or let me give it as text equal to, for heading we have something called text, so let me give it as text equal to, so now let me run and see. So we got a tree view. Let me close all the windows. Now let me run the code. So I'm getting my employee ID, employee first name and employee last name. These are the header values because we are given it as tree dot heading. So this will be the header values for each of our columns. Then I'm having N. So N comes for the employee ID 1. Then I'm having emp underscore first 1, emp underscore last 1. That is for the first record. Then when N becomes 2, all N becomes 2 over here. So 2, employee first 2, employee last 2. So it will range till 99. So this happens when we insert the values into the tree view. Whatever we have generated earlier, we are inserting with the help of the insert function. And then I'm having my scroll bar through which we can scroll till the end. That is till 99, emp 99, employee last 99. So in the tabular format, we have got the details in the Treeview widget. So whenever we want to create a table sort of widget, we can use the Treeview widget, which gives the data either in hierarchical format or in the tabular format. So in this session, we saw how we can insert with the help of a tabular format. So friends, hope so it was clear for you. If you have any doubts, please do reach to me out in the comment section. If you like my video, click on the like button and please do subscribe to my channel to get notifications of my new videos. Till then, see you. Bye bye.